Hi guys, welcome to phase 3. We've now finished the Ferrari, and we're also in the new workshop. As you can see, the cars we've got in here are pretty eclectic, but we're going to concentrate this video on actual Ferrari itself. So if you step this way, I'll give you a quick tour around the Ferrari and sit in it and maybe go for a little bit of a drive. So we've put the Tesla motor in now at the back, which I'm going to show you, and the battery boxes. We've aimed for a 50-50 weight distribution, and we've kind of hit that bang on the nail. We've got 8 of the LG Chem batteries up front and 10 of them in the engine bay. So we'll start off in the front, I think. So if I pop the boot. Okay, so in the front here we have battery box here with 8 of the LG Chems in, and the chargers are in the front as well. Weight distribution wise, it's really improved the car. Previously it was about a 40-60 weight distribution, so quite light on the front. Now with the 50-50, it really settles into corners, and going around roundabouts, it's like it's on rails, quite frankly. We've also, as you can notice on the front, put wider wheels and stickier tyres on, which has really helped with the grip as well. So as I say, 8 batteries in the front, and if you pop round to the rear, so in the rear here we've got another 8 batteries in the battery box just behind the back seats there, and another 2 on top, an electrical box in there as well. All the BMSs and all the bus bars and everything is kept internal, so all the HV sort of things are kept within the actual sealed battery boxes. We've also got the coolant system in here as well, so people will probably ask, why do you want a coolant system when it's electric? Well, electric motors and the inverters they're on, they still need to be cooled, so we've got radiators either side there as well, a Tesla pump down there pumping the coolant through the system, a reservoir here. This is knocking out about 450 horsepower, which is more than enough for this car. Originally this was a 220 horsepower car, so we've literally doubled the amount of horsepower. We've also halved the 0 to 60, so it's previously 7.6, 7.8 seconds. Now we got it down as low as 3.5 seconds. We've kind of bumped it back up to about 3.8 seconds because the car is probably on its limit at that acceleration, so we've put it as a bit more manageable acceleration. 3.8 seconds is still brutally fast and quick. So other things since the last episode, we've got the main isolator in, 12-volt battery. Underneath the rear valance of the car, we've got the DC to DC converter. Obviously, you still need a 12-volt battery to run windscreen wipers and lights and things like that. The amount of batteries we've got in, as I say, is 18, which is 45 kilowatt hours. And range test so far, it gives you a good, safe 100-mile range. But if you drive it like an idiot, like me, then you're going to get probably around about 70-80 mile range, but this car just wants you to put your foot down all the time, quite frankly. So but if you drove it like a normal person probably would, you'd get around about 150 mile range. So it's a decent amount of range, but you can get to your destination very quick. In here as well, it's still got a little bit of luggage space, just like on the original Ferrari. So you've got enough for your golf clubs or whatever you want to put in the back there. So that's the technical side of the tour around the Ferrari. Maybe let's concentrate on the interior. So if I open up that door, you can poke your head in there. So we pretty much kept the interior the same. I'll pop around the other side. So the interior, you'd probably struggle to see what we've changed apart from this screen here. So we've kept all the old school analog displays, a speedo and all the other dials in there. We've even kept the shifter. So the Ferrari's got a pretty iconic gated shifter that we wanted to keep. So when you turn on the car, so I'll turn it on. No V8 burble or no vapor lock trying to start the engine. It's just now started. And the only thing we've actually got in here is a touch screen that tells you all you need to know about your battery system. So how full the battery is, what voltage it is, and it's touch screen as well. So if you actually touch it on today, you can see different cell information. And if you're really geeky like me, you can even go and have a look at the individual cell voltages and see how well balanced your pack is. But 99.9% of the time you'll leave it on that screen, and it just tells you how empty or full your batteries are. And then when you want to go, you just give the key another little twist to start it, put it in gear. So that's now in forward gear, and you gently, and I mean gently, touch the accelerator pedal and you'll start to move off. Simple as that. So I think now it's time to take you for a little bit of a spin and see if you can get a little bit of experience through the camera as to what the acceleration is like in this beast. Okay, so welcome to the interior of the electric Ferrari. I'm going to turn it on now just so you can see how easy it is to turn it on. So essentially it's just turn it around to ignition, and you can't quite see it, it's out of shot, but the touch screen that you saw before comes on, and then just around a little bit more, just like you would with a starter, to turn the whole motor on. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Nice and quiet. Into forward motion and gently touch the accelerator pedal. We've got traction control turned on at the moment. You can turn it on or off on your phone actually, but there'll be some shots on this video of it turned off, and you can see the dramatic effect of turning the traction control off. So it definitely needs to be turned on. So just carefully get it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So with traction control on, you can drive it around like a pussycat, and when you want to blast it, you can just put your foot down on the accelerator pedal, and a combination of the sticky wide tyres and the wide wheels and the LSD, the limited slip diff that we got, plus the traction control, all kind of like works together to really help put the power down. Like that. Hold on, Mr. Cameraman. So before, with traction control off, if we did that, it would literally be all over the road, struggling for grip. And now we've got that traction control on, it just hunkers down, puts the power down, just like a modern car would. But as I say, at any one time you can just poodle around like Miss Daisy, and it'll just drive around like a 1 litre Nissan Micra poodling about. And it's ever so easy to drive compared to the original Ferrari, which is great, driver engagement, you know, changing through the gears and you can hear the engine rev and stuff. It's great, but for ease of driving, and especially when you got more than twice the original power, having it electric and 1 gear, it's so much easier and better to drive. Effortless driving. As you can hear now, we're on a fairly new tarmac now, and it's literally silent in here. It certainly wouldn't be silent if we were in the Ferrari. You wouldn't be able to relax and talk as low as we are, as low volume as we are. So we're coming up to a roundabout. I'm going to turn left here and then boot it. So just giving the cameraman a little bit of preparation to hang on. You ready?
Let's do it.
So there we go. I better obey the speed limit. So the other thing I like about electric as well, when it comes to overtaking, is, so we're stuck behind a van here, I'm going to overtake, and on overtake, just put your foot down, and we've gone. No drama, nothing, just power on tap. So with all that power on tap with electric, it's essential to have good grippy tyres, limited slip diff to help with the mechanical grip, and traction control obviously. Put all that together and you'll have a good chance of getting down into the 3 to 3.5 naught-seconds with a electric setup like this. So that's it, that's the end of the electric Ferrari project. It just leaves us now to do a little fine tuning before we hand it over to the very happy and excited customer. and I'll catch you next time on our YouTube channel when we cover another build. So see you next time, guys.